Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Your Truck Simulator, and we are driving Halloween treats. Yeah, that's cool, right? Look at that truck. Or that, delivery? Look at me, I don't even know what the heck they're called. Trailers of stuff? Me. Click. Click, maybe click. Click. I'm getting better at it, right? And let me just see where we're going. We're going from this place. Holy crap. Way up there to Warsaw? You gotta be kidding me. Stop off at Coats because I haven't gone there yet. Alright, anyways, let's go. Damn it. Damn it. It's gonna be like a 100-year drive. And I wonder if because you're supposed to find these special little portals that'll send you to the magical land of, Halloween Land. And then you get to discover these cool little places to drop off your candy to. But I didn't see any, special swirly spots. It just showed me driving to this location where we're going now. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll just see a special swirly portal spot on our way as we drive. Fly through the red light because we break the rules here. That's how things are done. And talking about Halloween stuff, it's like 2 days before then. So I have no idea when you'll see this video and if it'll be past Halloween time or not. Sorry about that. But that's how it goes because I have a queue of videos, or a backlog. So I'll try my best. It should be around like early November. You'll be seeing this. It's around Halloween time. The whole shadow of it, because nobody celebrates Thanksgiving anymore. Well, they do, but in this weird American version where we don't even celebrate how the Native Americans helped us out back in the day. Huh. I was supposed to turn then, didn't I? Oh well, let's turn here. Okay, that's queer. Crazy. That's really weird. That's what I meant to say, not queer, which being queer is playful, so I don't know, yeah, maybe that word actually fits the real definition. Actually, I am driving down the right road. Okay, hush me. Anyways, talking about Halloween. So I was in a certain streamer who does music, and it's like the coolest place to hang out during Halloween time for myself. So, because she's really into like Halloween, but it's something that I noticed. There's always streamers on Twitch, but they got this like 5 or 6 boy group who are always there every stream, always talking in their chat, and always gifting subs and gifting bits. And it's kind of like their little, like the streamers whalers, they're called. But I don't know. I think these group of guys, I think they're just average Joes. I was in their Discord at some point. They all, like shared their pictures and do stuff. And it's like yeah, they're cool. They're kind of like average guys. It's kind of rude of me to say, but they're kind of fugly and, giant, round men, so, old men, older than me. I mean, the content creator, she isn't young either, but it's like a little bit awkward to see how these older men like spend all their time, all their money, is my guess, within their stream. And it kind of got a little bit uncomfortable in the past few days. There's been like 2 guys who've been like subbing thousands of dollars and just saying stuff in chat like you deserve it, it's much love, and it kind of makes the streamer feel uncomfortable after a while because it's those people are always there and they're always gifting. And so it's like, she kept on asking, are you okay today? Is there something going on? Why are you doing so much today? But it's like after about 2 days worth, she's just like her attitude completely changes. It's like you can see how uncomfortable she's feeling because I know it, everybody else knows it. It's a parasocial thing where even though that any adult male who spends a lot of time in a female's streamer's channel, and they're always gifting something, you know, way back in the back of their mind that they're gonna expect something. Attention, maybe a chance, maybe hoping, wishing, praying, like, she'll see me one day and maybe we can meet up, and maybe. Because guys have this patriarchy thing, this masculinity thing, where it's just like, if I provide for the woman, then she'll like me. That's how it goes. That's how it goes in my brain skull, especially with like older adult men. It gets really awkward, and it's funny because she likes women too. So any women or content creators who rate her and stuff, and you could see how her face lights up, and she's like, "Hi, how are you? How you doing? Oh, thanks for rating it." And then all of a sudden, when those women leave and they have to like head out and stuff, and she gets back to like the core 5 guys watching her stream and stuff, she gets back to this like kind of shutdown mode where she kind of really doesn't interact with chat anymore, even though that's like the 5 core dudes are constantly talking, and she's trying to be, you know, like nice and kind and, you know, like, you're funny and stuff, or to whatever they say. But it's kind of fun just being this person who's watching this experience unfold in front of me, because I haven't showed up in her chat for months now, but I only show up mainly when it's like Halloween time, because that's like her thing. And she's a fantastic musician. I love her singing, but I don't talk, I don't hang out much. When I find things really funny, then I'll say something, but I pretty much just, you know, hang out. And it's like even I said hello the other day, and she just like completely lit up. She's just like, "Oh, Miller, hi, how are you? How you doing? Are you doing good?" I'm like, what's going on here? We don't talk. So what the, you know, like, okay, I'm doing fine. How are you? You know, and stuff. But then after a while, she just kind of like faded back down and just got into that like kind of like slump again. So, and it stinks because it's like she's also trying to grow and trying to gather in more people, but you could tell every time somebody new shows up and she has a conversation with them, her 5 core guys, especially the 2 who are constantly subbing, kind of just like dogpile and just like start to like sub even more and tip even more and do all these more things to like pull that attention away, and it's kind of sickening, you know? But that's the streamer life, you know? And of course, at some point off stream, she's gonna have to like confront them over like Discord or something and just be like, you need to like chill out and stop, because it makes me feel really uncomfortable. I'm trying to share my music with the public and the community, not just you know? So hopefully, oh my gosh, hopefully don't crash in the back of this truck. Anyways, enough of that topic. Sorry about that. I'm running my mouth here about it. It's been on my mind for a moment. So. Oh man, I got like full tank of fuel. That's crazy. I'm kind of halfway tired. That's alright too. Oh, when did I fuel up? I don't remember. Anyways, talking about meeting people. I finally have a therapist again, but I won't meet with her because I'm through the Veterans Association Medical Center, and so to keep meeting a person in public, they have a very long line. So set up a meeting to start having weekly meetings with her. It doesn't start until December, but my new therapist is a freaking riot. She's so funny. She's also a veteran too, and she drops the F-bomb all the time. And she also apologizes for like, oh, I'm so sorry, but yeah, that's really fucked up. And I'm like, okay. And what else makes it really cool is that I think she's a few years older than me, except she looks younger than me. I think she's like in her early 50s. But she's also from the same, she also served in the same, man, my brain just went blank. Station, that's not what it's called, but Fort Bragg, North Carolina, 82nd Airborne too. So it's really rare, or it's called Fort Little Liberty now, I think, or they changed it back to Bragg. But anyways, yeah. So it's really rare for me in the veterans community to bump into somebody from the same exact location that I served to, and same exact occupation. So it was really fun how it's just nice. And so and it's like her office is this little tiny, like, I don't know, closet space, and the building constantly has air conditioning blasting, so it feels like a refrigerator inside of her little office, where there's like no windows and just a desk and a chair and like one light, and it's just us in this room, and it's hilarious how she's just sitting there in like double sweatshirts looking at me going like, aren't you cold? And I'm like, well, actually it's a very anxiety inducing thing because we just met and you're my therapist, and so I have to talk about my personal feeling stuff, and then there's this anxiety trigger that I have going on now, so I'm not really bothered by the cold as much as I should be. But if you keep me in here for like 2 hours, then I'll start to feel it. And because I always wear kind of like sleeveless shirts and not too many layers, because I live in like the edge of a desert where it's still 85 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 36? No, it's too high. 36 Celsius? I don't know. It's around there. But it's really warm for being the beginning of fall. I even had to turn on my AC today. But anyways, so I'm in there in like a sleeveless shirt and my usual shorts, just like talking away. And she's sitting there chugging water the entire time. And I stop and I go, you really like water, don't you? And then she goes, I chug water when I'm cold. Like, that is such an interesting reaction. And then she goes, well, I drink water a lot anyways. And then she goes, wait, hold on a sec, I gotta pee. And so then she gets up and goes pee, comes back. And within like 10 minutes later, she's just like, I gotta pee again. And I'm just like, because you're drinking so many waters. Look, you have them lined up. She literally had like brand new waters lined up on her desk. And it's interesting. It's great because we're both soldiers from the same 82nd Airborne unit in the same, service fort, from Fort Bragg. So it's like we have that camaraderie already with us. We kind of understand each other. So it's just like I'm sitting there, like getting on her case about things, and she's just like, well, geez, that's not a fucking problem because I like to drink water when I'm cold. And I'm just like, it's freaking ice water. And she's just walking off, going to like the bathroom. And so, and it's kind of like her thing too, where she always has to pee. And that's another thing where it's like, wow, we have a lot of similarities because I do have a small bladder. I was actually nicknamed latrine in the army because I had to pee so many times. I just get in so much trouble. But anyways, my new therapist, she's really cool. I can't wait to hang out in December, and I'm definitely going to go in her office with like, sweatshirt and coat and a beanie hat and hand warmers, because it's going to be cold at that point. If it gets to 70 degrees Fahrenheit here, that's when a Californian who's lived here for 10 years gets really cold. And to the rest of our country from different spots, that's still t-shirt weather. So you can always see if there's a California who's out of town visiting to see if they're dressed up in like full Arctic gear walking around and it's 70 degrees out. And they just look out of place. There's they're from California. That's from SoCal, Southern California. So yeah, so I got a therapist again, and I'm really excited to get back to it, because me spilling my guts on Euro Truck Simulator and while I play my video games is fun, but it'll be nice to just, be able to like go into my deep, dark thoughts and talk to somebody about it who's a professional. That was another reason why I chose to see her in person, because all the other telehealth, the video call stuff was all from peer-to-peer, but they're not really certified or have a degree in psychology. They're just helpful veterans or people who got their certification from online, so I don't do any of that. Because I have serious problems. That's the majority of my disability is my mental health, and it's one of those things where I'm an anomaly, and that's why I really don't fit in real life, and how I can't really get a full-time career job in a 9-to-5 world, because 3 psychologists and a psychiatrist I read all their notes instead, and they wrote some things where it's just like, yeah, he just doesn't belong in everyday public. He has a slew of issues that needs to be worked on for the rest of his life. I would advise him choosing a job that's not really normal society. And I'm saying, like, whatever, there's nothing wrong with me. What are you talking about? So, and yes, no, I don't want to go into like detail and talk to you about my mental health. Anyways, I'm an oddball, and I love myself. I don't want any other way, because I'd probably get into many arguments with my bosses at a 9-to-5 job. I'd want to basically like change their minds and try to knock them off their high pedestal, because just to show them how wrong they are, I'd be such a nuisance. Okay, I'll close this up. So what else? What else is going on in my life? I went on a lot of like walking stuff. That was fun. I noticed, because I started to walk around kind of like the suburbia house areas. They all have like sidewalks, very nice sidewalks, and there's a lot of people, because there was a drought maybe 5 years ago here in California, and so people had to save a lot of water. So it's like half of the yards are rock garden yards. And people are so creative with their rock garden yards. I went around to this new section because I found this new area, which I'll talk about soon. So I was like able to like walk through this kind of public walking desert park, I'm gonna call it, to this new kind of like housing area. And these people's yards, because it's like every other yard has like rocks, but there's all different types of styles and like designs. It's like people from just like Japanese style rock garden, kind of like a Buddhist temple stuff, to people using kind of like snake patterns that are kind of swirly rocks that use kind of like very smooth stones from like a big, large. Oh my God! Beep beep. I forget what's my horn. This button? No, that's my lights. That button. Move, please, and thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm on a mission to deliver treats to the Halloween land. Yep. It's okay, you don't have to follow traffic. It's alright. This world isn't real. And we all live in a dream anyways. So, see? Anyways, the rock garden with kind of like the swirly, almost like downward spirals, or kind of like spinning wheels, and he used the giant kind of like smooth rocks to like a very, 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 very tiny small ones. It's a beautiful art design. That's really amazing stuff. And it's like there's also this other dude who created they're these like really large chunky rocks, and they built these little mountains in their yard to and they took small cactuses and small bushes and kind of decorated around the mountains to kind of mimic the landscape around that we have surrounding our city. It's so creative, and I'm just like, man, these guys are so cool. So it's really fun just walking around different streets to like check out the rock garden in the front of people's yards. And it's like, don't worry, I'm not like walking and standing in front of people's yards. There's like a sidewalk on both sides of the street, so don't worry, I'm not like loitering just to like gawk at somebody's yard. And anyways, everybody has Ring cameras, so don't worry. At this point, how many times I've walked around like the neighborhoods here, I'm probably like a celebrity, because I'm pretty much like the youngest guy in this neighborhood, even though that I'm 45 years old. And I'm gonna say this confidently: I am a good-looking, handsome man, and I know my self-worth. So, and I don't say that in that much of like a cocky way, but however, I'm probably like a celebrity. They probably like the wine moms and the grandmas just like, you know, like just like wait to like see me walk by their house on their Ring cam, because it is funny how when I do walk around and I pass by the people walking their dogs in the morning time, they also greet me as in like it's beyond saying like hello. It's just like, oh hey man, how are you? How are you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. Do I know you? They probably have noticed me on their Ring cam or something, or they probably like just walk. I didn't realize that they were, you know, in their yard, and I just walked by, you know, while I'm doing my thing. So I'm becoming quite the star. I'm joking. We probably walked by each other a bunch of times. So, talking about walking, about that little spot, that little like walking trail area. That wow, am I talking too much myself? My inner drawing, am I boring you? It's better than watching empty rows, right? Right? Okay, we're coming up on a sleeping spot. So there's this new walking spot. It's kind of like this abandoned chunk of land that's full of dirt and trees and rocks and sand. And there's these, you know, like kind of unfinished, or no, let's say this. There used to be something there. There used to be buildings and walls and other walking trails, but nature is starting to slowly take that back. So it's all starting to like crumble, and it's all spaced out where it's like bushes and trees and stuff continue to like grow, and to like all the walls and all the the buildings are starting to like crumble and stuff. It's really interesting. But there's this specific area where there's these curvy kind of like waist-high walls, and they've got these little tiny, it almost looks like little bridges that have like concrete slopes that have like little brick walled sides to them. And I walked up to them and I kind of like climbed them. They almost look like little bridges for children, for toddlers. They're that small, and I stood on top of one, and there's this really familiar parking, this really familiar kind of like PVC pipe hole. And after I saw that, I'm like, I know where I am. This is a mini golf course. This used to be a mini golf course, and there's like all the walls and all the little like pathways, all these little like hills and stuff. It's all been like the kind of like the sand dunes are starting to like take it all over, but it was so cool to see. And it's like this used to be a mini golf course, and it's across the street from a giant golf course that's been used. But it's really cool to find that little discovery. Okay, where am I supposed to park? Can I just like park in the middle and do what I want? Oh yeah, that worked. There we go. Okay. Let's continue. So that was like a little secret find for me, you know? Why is it so daytime? It should be like nighttime. Didn't I just sleep? Oh. Well, what matters is that the candy has to get there. I'm actually curious. How close am I? Halfway. Alright. Cool. Let's keep going. And I found the most interesting, because if you've noticed, my backgrounds that I put to my thumbnails are actually my digital scenery painting, and that's where I get the best photos for concepts for those paintings. Is when I just go off and I go off the beaten path around me to these like little hidden places, and you find the most cool stuff. I got like plenty of fun pictures. Okay, don't fly around the corner. Wait, what the hell, man? I just slept. What? Wait. That's weird. You guys were there, right? We just fell asleep. We just fell asleep at the thing. Okay, well, alright. I guess it didn't trigger, but we went to sleep, but we didn't. That's why it's still daytime? Okay, well, I found a bug. I'm number one. Let's see how fast we can go around the corner. Oh man, it's really horrible. That's a really bad idea. Hairpin. How much racing I'm doing. Okay, slow down so I'm crashing his car in front of me. This little spot's really fun, right? Okay, now it's not fun. Get out of the way. No, whoops, that's not them. Watch out, APP. App. You're in the middle of the road. Oh, come on, dude. Please and thank you. Watch out. I like your orange truck and blackness. It's really themed. It's really Halloween themed, but really... Thank you. Thank you. Okay. There. That truck's going to hell, so... Wait, what's wrong with me? No, no, no. Don't go to sleep. Don't worry about it. Good. Come on. See if I can't get past them. That's weird, right? Look at that. Look at that. Have fun talking to Hades. Let's go. I started playing that game, Hades. That was fun. It's kind of like a roguelite Diablo kind of game. And it kind of reminds me of the classic Zelda fighting styles, how the mobs move and how you attack and stuff. It's just like, wow, no wonder why this game's so popular, because it reminds me of Zelda, the classic Zelda fighting style. And kids don't even know, kids have never played that, so it's kind of like their Zelda. We're going to close our eyes and hope for the best. Okay. That's weird. What is that black screen for, you know? That was weird. What was I talking about before I started to like ramble about cars getting out of my way? Went from that to Hades to I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, well. Let's talk about food. I haven't eaten chocolate in forever, and it's Halloween time. Which I won't be going and getting any candy or anything like that, but so it's going to be another kind of interesting Halloween for me. Actually, this is the first Halloween where I'm not eating chocolate. I don't know what I'm going to have. Actually, on November 1st, I live next to a talking about Halloween, jeez. A horse ranch, and they're having this barbecue pit, even though I don't eat meat anymore, but they're having plenty of, you know, like beans and coleslaw and vegan sides. But it's a thing that it's kind of like a classic thing that people go and do on November 1st in my city. They had like a giant banner up for it and stuff, so I'm just gonna, because I'm in walking, I just leave my apartment, walk to the main road, take a right, and I'm right there for it. So I wonder if you have to like buy a little like admissions ticket, which would be great. But yeah, there's gonna be like live music and everything, so that'll be fun. That'd be fun. What's not fun is slamming in the back of his truck. That'd be horrible. S&B. So I'm kind of looking forward to that because that's the day after Halloween. That'll be kind of like my Halloween treat. Uh-oh, stop alarm. There we go. And also I'm going to be hanging out within Ali Sonnery's Halloween day stream thing, so that'll be fun. I'll have to like make myself some kind of like Halloween pumpkin spiced like cookies or something. Oh shit. Let me see if I can't. Let's see if I can just do this. Let's sleep. And I also thought about there we go, now it counts, and it's raining out. Of course, can't be in Eastern Europe without it raining out. It's not, oh man, lucky us. Right? Let's see, I believe this button's this button. This button. Oh, that's right, I have to start my car. I'm just like, why isn't it turning on? Slide? Maybe mid? Yeah. Onward, now it's spooky time. Now it's Halloween themed. Raining and nighttime. And lightning out. This is awesome. I love lightning. Oh, it thundered the other day, just randomly. Out of nowhere. And it thundered and lightning for like at least an hour. It was so cool. I stood outside too and just looked up. It was so much fun. Yep. Cool. Watch out. Oh, wait, I should probably slow down because I'm probably going to hydroplane like I'm doing right now. Oh my god. My shaking the wheel back and forth to like upset a sliding skid works in this game too, and in racing. That's so funny. That's so cool. See that? All that racing is working out. I should just go get myself a job as a real truck driver. In that phase of like automation taking over, so all I have to do is kind of just sit in the truck as it drives for me. I also been thinking about getting my airplane license. I'm right next to an airport. They offer classes and stuff. I don't know. It's still a dream of mine. Maybe I should first like jump in Microsoft Flight Simulator for a bit, just to see how it all feels. Because I really enjoy flying. There's a game that I've been playing recently called Star Vault, and and one of the characters, it's a MOBA style with Overwatch heroes to it. It's League of Legends VR with Overwatch heroes, and one of the characters is called a drone, and it's a flying character, and nobody really plays it. Maybe it's like a VR sickness thing, but man, I'm really good at it. I go around and wreck everybody, and it's like there's this way where I can spam my special abilities where I drop grenades and mines. But if you click it you click your controllers a certain way, you can just sit there and spam it all day long. And including like, there's this also other move where I can drop napalm, where you switch from being your regular, using like the sticks and controllers to like fly yourself around, to this supersonic speed where you're just using your head to fly yourself around, and it's really cool. And you can like do this dropping napalm thing, kind of like fly-by bomb dropping, and I was just annihilating other players with it. It was so much fun. But yeah, so I had fun flying around, including those other VR games called like VTOL that I really enjoy flying with, the helicopters and the jet planes around them too. So. And I know I'm not going to be flying around in jet planes and stuff. It'll just be, like the old, like, small, single engine propeller at the front, like, what would you call them? Cespas? I forget. Like the hobbyist airplanes, I'll probably learn from those. It's a maybe. I think it's like the full thing is like 14,000, I think, altogether. I don't know. I'll think about it. So we haven't seen any of those sparkly spots to go and raid the Halloween land. It's quite upsetting. I have this whole truck full of sweet treats for somebody. I don't know who it's for. Should pass this truck. Going for a pag. Passing on the high side. Well, I'm glad I'm passing them. It's gonna get really bad real soon. Oh yeah. Yeah, watch out. That's right. No, that's fun. Yes, the sun's coming up. This is how it looks like when the sun is rising where I live. It has this like pinkish orange aura to it. It's quite beautiful. There's all that sand in the air as the sun is rising. Yeah, same exact thing. It's pretty cool. Is that? I don't remember seeing sunrises that are very similar as desert style within around a lot of green areas. I just remember it being like blue and then it gets orange and then the sun's up. Yeah, no? So yeah, what I was talking about, I don't eat chocolate anymore. Yep, that's a thing. And it's really difficult to try to find, like, for example, I've been scrolling Google Maps to try to find a new ice cream parlor that's a vegan ice cream. Well, it's not called it's not called ice cream. It's called frozen desserts these days. But I've been trying to find like vegan frozen dessert from like a kind of a more like, you know, independent place. And I found this place called Cream, spelled K-E-E-M. Yeah, I know, it's probably doxing me, but it's $12 a pint, I think, which is like extremely expensive. But I think they only have chocolate fake ice cream. But I'm still gonna go and check it out. They always have like a vanilla or like a fruit version, so I'm excited to go and do that. That's like been my next thing. Trying, instead of buying my frozen desserts from the grocery store, I'm in a desert surrounded by, you know, like independent ice cream parlors. You know, why aren't I going out and checking out like some brand new places, you know? So I'm excited to go and do that. The next adventure. I'm also taking, there's actually a new state park hiking place that has like nice parking. You can pay like $10. You get to go and just like hike around, and now that it's finally getting cooler out-ish here. And it's really neat because I'm surrounded by mountains. And so I get to drive around to the backside of those mountains to go to the state park. And it's like a 1-hour drive, but I'm pretty excited for it. I'll find, you know, a brand new adventure. It's also another cool thing being able to, you know, live on your own. Because you don't have to, you just go and I do what I want. I'm just like, well, I have some time here, so in between my work stuff, so I'm gonna go and take myself a trip. You know? And it's like, there's no like, is it gonna be fun or not, or oh, we should think about this or that, or oh, do you really want to go or not, or oh. You know? It's just like, I want to go, so I'm gonna go. And yes, I'll probably bump into the usual thing where it's like, one ticket? I'm like, yep, one ticket. They're like, are you sure? One ticket? Yes, I'm by myself. Give me my freaking ticket. Come on. I'm kidding. I'm super nice, but it's still a very weird thing. But I am this anomaly, you know, person. So that's just how I go. Yeah, so I got a lot of plans lined up, including next month. I'm gonna. Sorry, I had traffic trying to pass me, but I blocked them. My neighbor's apartment smells like a dumpster, like a rotting death dumpster. And I think I've already talked about this in a past stream last time that I drove, and I'm gonna move. That's also another reason why I'm kind of driving around the backside of these mountains and going and checking just a little bit further out, just to see what type of apartment complexes and places are that are outside of this city. They're probably. I've also checked. There's a lot more cheaper places, but they're a little bit sus. You gotta. They seem like that they're a room within somebody's house that they're trying to like rent out. So, and I do enjoy my apartment complexes, you know? So November I'm gonna be searching, looking, searching. It's time to move on again. How close am I? Oh, we're there. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. We didn't get to see a little, like, Halloween thing. I just delivered stuff. We do that all the time. Yeah, well, I'm sorry for the upset here, you guys. There's no swirling marks on the map. Oh well. We got to, like, hear about what I'm doing next and all my other fun stuff, so... There's something else I wanted to talk about, but I just can't remember it. It's like at the tip of my tongue. And I know you love hearing me talk. Actually, I thought about switching from doing these type of videos to going back to like streaming, and then just running my mouth as I stream. Because these are, you know, like, I know that not many people actually watch all my videos all the way through. I have a guy who watches my Dungeons of Eternity videos, and he plays solo a lot. And we've been, like, talking about, like, cool stuff to do. And so, somebody watches my videos all the way through, but, for most of my content, they kind of just like, oh yeah, I just skipped to like a random time and I watched and you were really, really funny here. Thanks for the laugh, you know. But so I might get back into Twitch streaming. Hello? Did I make it? Press the button to deliver. Let's play it safe. Come on, everybody, you're coming with me. We're making this to the end. That's a really cool building. It's like brutalist with some white accents. It's probably not brutalist at all. I've just been looking at a lot of brutalist building art and stuff. It's way too tall for that. Imagine that being all concrete. That wouldn't work. Look, I'm falling down. Decoupling. I'm in Warsaw, so I don't know if anybody knows what that building is. Please let me know down in the comments below. Okay, press the following key to detach. I just did. Skip parking. Press the button. Okay, cool. What's going on? Oh, late. Okay, I don't care. I'm never late. I'm exactly on time the way I wanted to be, just like Gandalf. Alright, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry we didn't see any Halloween themed stuff like the stuff around us. I will double check next time before I start. But I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. Let me get the right button. See ya.